Yo guys, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, and today we are supposed to be training 49 minutes, but do have to forgive me on this one. I mean, I have trained way longer on other days. I only have time for the timer over there, 40 minutes today. I have a chess lesson to teach after the stream ends, and yeah, then I gotta make some preparations for tomorrow. Because I'm going to be checking out the chess scene in Malaysia finally, and yeah, it's going to be quite exciting actually. Like there was this old YouTube subscriber called Hakim who is from Malaysia, and we've actually got a video of him on Chess Lifestyle, so that was very cool, and I think he'll be there tomorrow. There's a chance that this international master will be there as well, who played at Imperial when I was at UCL. So who knows, there could be some decently strong players there. And for that reason, I am going to be training pure Woodpecker method today. Because, yeah, if I don't, we're going to get roasted tomorrow. So that's the plan. We're just going to be grinding this. For anyone who doesn't know, the Gashimov Memorial is taking place right now. And I'd highly recommend tuning in. I mean, the games look absolutely crazy. I mean, you've got 8 like super fun players playing rapid chess. I mean, what more can you want? So I highly recommend checking out some of these games. Maybe we'll even have a look a bit later in the stream if we've earned it. But yeah, let's just get into this Woodpecker grind. So let's solve some tactics. All right, let's go. So yeah, evaluate the position. Find out the goal in the position, candidate moves, and then finalize your answer. And if you guys are watching from home, you're welcome to put in your answer on chat. But once you put an answer, you got to lock in. So yeah, try and force yourself to decide on the move. Okay, let's go. 4, 7, 3, 6. Okay. Okay, so for anyone who tried to like find a move before evaluating, the reason why it's so important to evaluate is because you'll realize you're actually a piece for a pawn down. So that matters. Okay. Yeah, his king safety is kind of weaker than ours. I mean, our king isn't perfect, but it's definitely safer than theirs. I mean, the h6 pawn looks super weak, at least momentarily. So, okay, the goal in this position, I would say, is like either win back our material and more, or get checkmate on the board. And my feeling is that, you know, black is looking to consolidate their kings super soon, like maybe rook h8 or something. So the first move that comes to my mind is bishop takes h6. And yeah, we should definitely check out all of our checks, just in case any of them immediately win. So bishop h6 is a line. Any other things to consider? What moves could there be? Maybe knight g5 could be remotely threatening. Do you have any captures that make any sense? I mean, bishop takes b5 is playing on the wrong side of the board. I mean, in terms of threats, maybe like queen e3 could be an enticing threat to like try and target h6. Maybe a slower kind of plan would be like g4 or something. Yeah. Don't see any other candidate moves. Could be missing something, but doesn't seem that way. So yeah, okay, let's begin with bishop takes h6. So bishop takes h6, black can play king h8 or king g8, but having said that, bishop h6, if king g8 or king h8, we can take the exchange. Having said that, we are a piece for a pawn down, so we'd only have a rook and 2 pawns for 2 pieces, which might not be enough to be better. But okay, his king is still weak. It's definitely promising, right? So bishop h6 probably we're satisfied if the king moves backwards, but that would need to be checked. But first, let's just see if they can get away with taking the bishop. So bishop h6, king h6, then what? Oh, for the record, guys, off topic, but yesterday I played another 90 plus 30 training game, and it was probably one of my favorite games I've ever played in my chess career. So I'm super, super proud. Like, I was literally like my whole day yesterday, I was so happy. Like, just so, so happy that, like, I could play a game of chess that good. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like, it's really nice when you play, like, a super good game of chess. Yeah, so bishop h6, king h6. And then what? I guess, like, you've got queen e3 or queen d2 check, but what then? Bishop h6, king h6, queen e3 check. They have to go back to g7 because h5 they get mated queen g5 mate. So bishop h6, king h6, queen e3 check. King g7, queen g5 check. King h8 forced, queen h6 check. If they block with a knight, I take with checkmate. If they go king g8, at the very least, we've got a perpetual there with queen back to g5. That's definitely promising, given we're a piece down. So yeah, this whole line looks extremely promising. Probably it's even the answer, but let's very briefly check our other candidate moves. Like, what if queen e3? If queen e3, then like rook h8, really doesn't seem to be much. Knight g5, pawn takes, pawn takes. Also seems promising, to be fair, but does knight g5 even come with a threat? Like, what if black ignores it? Can they just do any old move? Probably they can, right? Yeah, so I don't know. I think bishop takes h6 is good enough. We've got the perpetual, so probably in like a blitz game I've 100% played it already. Rapid game I'm probably going to play it. Classical game maybe I'd think a bit longer. So let's just consider it one last time. Bishop h6, king h6, queen e3, king g7, queen g5, king h8, queen h6, king g8. Do you have a better move here? Maybe knight g5 now. I mean, the king is on g8, so the rook can't come in to help, and you're threatening like bishop h7, which surely has to be winning. I mean, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, at least we've got the perpetual. I mean, we've got to be happy with that given the material situation. So let's enter it. And he goes back. So my feeling here was that we should just be happy with this. Because, I mean, we were a piece for a pawn down. We get a rook and 2 pawns for 2 pieces. And his king is still very, very weak. I mean, I would be happy with that. But let's just check our candidate moves. Make sure we're not missing something stronger. Like, what if bishop h7 or something is just winning? Which I doubt it is. But yeah, I don't see any way to continue the attack, really. Yeah, I don't see a way. I think we just have to take. Incorrect. Knight e5. How does this help? I mean, the knight is still controlling these 2 squares, so the queen can't come in. Queen can't come to e4. Why is this like... Black can't defend against the attack, even though it takes a few moves before it's over. What even is the attack? I guess queen e3, queen g5 again? But then why wouldn't you just play queen e3 last move? Like... I mean, yeah, intuitively, like, if I had to, you know, bet my life savings on whether this attack wins or not, I'd probably hedge my bets, but it's not, like, with, like, huge confidence that absolutely 100% sure it's winning. Like, I would feel like maybe there's, like, a chance that black has a miracle save. And I don't see why knight e5 has to be the move. Like, why can queen e3 be equally as powerful? Maybe with knight e5, it's like a useful move that doesn't burn any bridges. Like, in this position, if you played queen e3, maybe a move like knight d5 would be annoying, right? Because you hit the queen, you can't use g5 because of the bishop. If we play like knight e5, there's no knight d5 because queen g4 is then free from the knight. Maybe it's just like a really flexible, aggressive move. Queen f3, Queen g3 is a suggestion from Funny Guy. That's a nice idea. And bishop is stronger than rook. That's a very fair point from Funny Guy. Like, yeah, I mean, that rook is really doing nothing, right? Like, my only fear was, like, if black can, like, consolidate this, but... I know, Funny Guy, what's your lead chess? If you happen to have lead chess, would you want to play this position right now? I copy the FEN, we play this, I'll play as black, you see if you make me. Like, I want to put, like, I know, like, you know, like, I'm just challenging you out of the blue, but if you have a lead chess, we could play right now. Like, I don't 100% feel that I'm losing this. Like, I don't, maybe objectively I am, but like I feel like there's survival chances here. Like, that's my, like, I don't know, it feels bad for sure, but yeah. Okay, let's go. Rate the challenge acceptance, man. Okay, let me copy this FEN. I mean, that spices things up, doesn't it? Let me get a board editor. Whoops. Paste the FEN. I will play as black. Play against friend. Not 90-30. We are not playing a 90-30 game here. Then I believe I'd lose this. Let's do a 3+2. I will play as black, and I will challenge. No. Oh, come on, keyboard! Don't die on me now. No passivity. Let's go. Okay. Let me change. Probably this is best. Lead chess 90-30. Would this be best? Okay, let's go, Funny Guy. Let's go. So yeah, the rule of this is not like, yeah, I know, to find out who's better or something like this. It's just to see, like, actually how defendable is this position. Is it completely lost? Yeah. Okay, good luck. Let's begin. Oh, so now I need to find a defensive move even. Which is not easy at all. Maybe I'll just try and play a natural move. Maybe I'll move the rook, because that's really the point, right? Like, if I leave the rook here, then you can just take it and my point is improving, right? So, the thing is, if I move my rook, am I literally losing on the spot to your plan? I might be, right? And then this whole exercise is a bit stupid. I know. I need to think a little bit here. Okay, screw it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I respect no passivity, having a second think. Okay, he's gonna go for it again. And I really hate my life. This position is not so easy at all. And I'm starting to realize all the problems now having to play it from the black side. Oh boy. Oh my god. It actually is completely lost. It is completely lost. Okay, I've got 2 minutes 30 to find even an attempt of defending this. Oh man. There must at least be a practical try here. Okay. Should I go for this? This is actually a crazy idea. Right, let's go. This is the idea. Now, I saw no passivity's rapid rating was 2200. I think below a certain level, I win this with black. I don't know about objectively this position, but there's definitely below a certain level I win this. So we'll see if 2200 is a threshold or not. But this is honestly like the biggest struggle with attacking chess is like when you start playing like stronger players. I mean, like, you know, I'm objectively stronger than no passivity, and there will be players objectively stronger than myself. Like, the level of tenacious defense is unbelievable. And if you think you can just like play some pretty moves and just expect to win, like, think again. Like, the stronger the player gets, the harder it will be to put them away. And it doesn't matter if you're +8 on the board. Like, if there is any chance of it, of like any kind of like defense, they will find it. So, yeah, it's not easy. Not easy. Okay, let's go. Do I have to sack and give up my material advantage? Maybe I do. Or do I? Do I at all? Alright, let's try this. I think it's the trickiest. Yeah. Take. Right, let's play this. Well, it's definitely a mess. This was my hope, but it's no good. Okay. Let's go for an attack and hope. Okay, let's go back. I'm chickening out. Those pawns are incredibly scary. Somehow defend and pray. Nice idea. And that was a bit greedy of me. That's probably a waste of a move. Okay, I definitely didn't just hang everything here. Oh! Okay, let's give that a check. Oh, that's a good move. Nice. GG, my dude. Great stuff, great stuff. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice play under pressure. I thought I actually relaxed a bit when I played like this idea, and then you ran, and yeah, maybe I got nothing here. Maybe I got nothing. Like maybe I need to play like some. I don't even know what I play. But yeah, really really nice play under time pressure. Awesome. Wait, what is this from OSB? Started to learn shogi a few days ago. Now watching chess, I feel like a GM. Yeah, oof, funny guy. Honestly, what a scramble. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like these positions, it's never like what the Woodpecker is saying. Like let me just requote like what Woodpecker was saying here. I mean, we'll analyze the game because that was super fun and we should have a look. But like yeah, like black can't defend against the attack even though it takes a few moves before it's over. Like, are they really gonna stop there? Yeah, they literally stop there. Like it's incredible. It's incredible. Like how little respect they can have. Like I literally don't care what the engine says. Like it's not. Oh, look at those colors. Look at those colors. 6 blunders each. Love to see it. But yeah, you see, look, already after 6 moves, it's already minus, right? Black is better suddenly. Because it's a mess. It's an absolute mess, and it will always be a mess. Like anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. Or maybe they're just incredibly gifted in the attack and they don't think that this is difficult. But for me, personally, I think this is absolutely difficult. And this is what I was realizing. I was realizing it the hard way. Like, I was getting these winning positions, like a few years ago. Like, consistently getting winning positions against 2200 plus players and not being able to convert them. Because very often when you're trying to convert them, you've got so much pressure. You're also under time pressure. Okay, in fairness, the funny guy, he did convert it, but not cleanly, right? And if I had been a stronger player, then I would have converted this -2 position. So, Queen F3 indeed, or Queen E3, both right ideas. Probably Queen E3 is just a better move, right? Because you have access to G3 and G5. Like, why play Queen F3, which is a bit more limited? Although, having said that, Queen F3 puts pressure on the knight. So, for instance, like in Queen F3, I had so many ideas. I wanted to play Bishop F8 to protect G7, but the problem is I just hang the knight. And then in this position, I wanted to play Knight E8 because I protect G7, but then Queen F7 is a move. And in this position, I wanted to play like King H8, but the problem is Knight takes F7 is a move. So already so many defenses are already tough. So the only idea I could come up with was Rook takes D4. The point being on Queen G3, I can block Knight G4. And the point being is that they can't just take with the knight, because then I can take the queen and then take the knight, and then I'm just completely winning. So this was my theme, my idea. Bishop F4 I thought was a very smart idea. And then okay, I play a move that is suboptimal, but already White's only got a few winning moves here. And to find like what, Bishop E4, Bishop F5, this is not easy stuff. Not easy stuff at all. Like you know, it's really tough. And F3 I thought was the best move. which is bad. And yeah, I found an interesting idea, but then I messed up here. Wow, Knight takes E5 is just good. I mean, I thought I was just bad here after the big trade. Wait, I'm just up in material? Since when? Oh, I'm up in material here? Oh, I can't count. Oh, that sucks. So wait, I'm a piece up still. I then take a piece. Ah, I take a piece. So now I'm up 2 pieces for rook. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I completely miscalculated this. I thought like if I trade everything here, I thought I was like somehow an exchange down or something. I thought I was like 1 piece less, something like this. Yeah, I mean, if I had the material count in my head correct, then of course you just simplify and then you just like are way better here. Like you with my king like this, you don't play for counterplay. You just trade the pieces and it's GG. But yeah, I didn't have the right count. Queen g3, of course, like to put the pin back on and like, yeah, threaten to win my piece. Then I came up with this idea. I didn't think it was working, but yeah, I at least win back my piece, and it's like messy. And then here came, like Funny Guy's really slow plan of like just pushing these pawns. But somehow I was too slow myself. Like I should have somehow, if I saw this plan, maybe I should put the bishop on h8, for instance, like just be one tempo faster. But I put it on g7, I went queen a5, and now I'm winning again. But again, like, yeah, these moves are super tough to find. Queen b4 and play on b2. Yeah, this is such a, this is a move my students would play, and a move that, yeah, would, like, is not in my intuition. Like, I don't know which move feels more natural, to be honest. Like I think my attacking, like, intuition is just not strong enough to appreciate the difference. I mean, if you give me enough time to think, I will be able to calculate this is better. And maybe if you gave me even a few more seconds and asked me to choose between these two moves, I might say queen b4. But yeah, it's really not easy. And I was looking at this bishop takes b2, wondering if I could make this work, but I just couldn't make it work. So I think knight d5 was a good practical choice. Yeah. Oh, and then somehow I created this blockade, right? Like, this was such a cool theme. And then I have to defend my back rank. I don't have to defend my back rank. Everything is covered, just about. Like, I just played b4. What a move. What a move. So bishop d7 was played. I have the advantage. b4. Again, b4. Again, it feels way too slow to be able to play such moves. But I guess it's enough. And I actually have a perpetual here. No, I just have to play b4. Rook f8. What did I play? Oh, I started chasing the king. And this is actually a shogi proverb. To check is to chase. So, oh yeah, by the way, OSB, you said go for positional maybe? Absolutely. I am 100% like, destined to play chess based on nuanced understanding and strategical play. And this kind of chess is just like tossing a coin for me. Like I played 2 90 minutes plus 30 games like in the last couple of days. One of which I won, and it was extremely double-edged, extremely like violent game from both sides, and I managed to win it and actually played it very, very well. And the second game, it was like an absolute positional strategical masterclass. And the first game just gave me anxiety and stress, even though I won it in a very like in a very strong way. It doesn't bring me any joy. It just brings me stress and anxiety. Whereas the second game, like, it was just pure pleasure to like completely strangle an opponent and find like top engine play from a strategical perspective, start to finish. Like, it was so good, such a good game. And I think I'll make a video about it at some point. But yeah, honestly, credit where it's due. Fantastic time scramble play from No Passivity. And I mean, for someone who doesn't play Bullet or Blitz, like, respect, man. Like, I mean, I'm literally 2,500 on Bullet and Blitz, and yeah, you completely outplayed me in the time scramble. So, yeah, GG, good stuff, man. Okay, so let's go back to Woodpecker. I mean, I have to teach a chess lesson in 15 minutes, so but that was definitely worth it. I'm glad we had that game, and I'm glad I could prove my point, right? Like if you see this position and you think it's just completely over, like I've played enough chess to know that it's not completely over. Like, a strong player is gonna find resources and make it tough. So yeah, screw this kind of chess, man. Not for me. Yeah, so OSP says, yeah, my early days I was going for more open positions to play like Tao. Bro, we've had the same trajectory. I literally, like, a few years ago, like back maybe 4 years ago, I'd say 4 years ago, I wanted to play like Tao. Like, I absolutely loved the idea of it, and I was training so hard on like my attack and intuition, and yeah, I improved a lot in my attacking intuition, but in terms of my natural ability, it's just not to play like Tao. And I think after my game yesterday, like, I mean, you'll see the game. I'll definitely post it on the channel. I think it's just a fantastic game. But yeah, I feel like I really pulled something out of Petrosian's grave with that game, and I don't know, I really think it was an absolutely beautiful game that I played. So yeah, I think it's like chess is really about like what was the quote that someone once told me. Like getting good at chess as an adult is an art of managing failure. And I think this quote is so true. Because it's almost like, you have all these ambitions, and chess is like one of the most humbling games, because it's like anything you believe in yourself, you'll be completely shot down and rewired, and it takes so much experience and growth to like make the gains you're actually looking to gain. Like there's so many people who so many people who started chess in the pandemic, and so many people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get FM. And so many of these people that I know just completely quit the goal. I mean, maybe myself included to some level. I mean, at one point I wanted to make GM, right? But it's like, I think one thing I am doing is appreciating like this journey and all of like the kind of shortcomings and all of the educational moments in this journey. And I think I'm on the right path. Like from the people who have actually made it, who aren't just like complete geniuses at the game who get it easy. I mean, you've got these like geniuses, like these wizards who, just make it to GM in their junior days, and ultimately you can't compare yourself to these players because they're just they're a different species, right? But if you're like, like a half intelligent, half motivated kind of guy that has an open mindset to learning, I think you can make it. I think you can make it, but yeah, it's definitely an art of managing failure. Like this path. Yeah. So as OSB says, I love tactics on 30-second increment. Oh yeah, I missed out the analyzing Karpov. Yeah, Karpov is what a G. Yeah, just to play like intuitively positional chess, like incredible. I love tactics on 30-second increment, but this is a mess on short time. Yeah, but it's still like a skill. Still a skill. I think it comes by nature. My nature is now 100% positional, restrict your squares, moves, etc. Yeah. But one thing I would say, OSB, is you can't stop training tactics. I mean, this was something actually International Master Brandon Clark, who might actually be a Grandmaster now. Let's look him up. He reached 2,500. I don't know if he got the norms. But yeah, no. Brandon Clark said if you take any, okay, he's still IM. I don't know if he's waiting for his GM title to be put on the website. Oh, he lost a bit of rating again? Huh. No, he definitely made 2,500, so I don't know what's up with that. Unless they amended his rating. No, he got 2,500 in May. Okay, so he dipped again. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. What Brandon Clark said was, if you take any professional football player, like, you don't see, like, Messi being like, oh, I'm the best goal scorer in the world, I don't need to practice, like, shooting anymore. It's like, no, he practices day in and day out. And it's like all of these football players, they're, like, practicing the basics every single day. They're practicing their passing, they're practicing their dribbling, they're practicing their shooting. They're not just, like, reading up on, like, the most insane strategy and practicing the most impressive plays, right? Which is a lot of what chess players do. Like chess players, like, they seem to think that, once they get to a certain level, oh yeah, like, don't need the basics anymore. Like, I've mastered that. Like, time to learn something new. But ultimately, chess is very much a sport in the sense that you need to be sharp on the basics. And if you stop practicing your tactics because you feel like you're a positional player, or you feel like your tactics are good enough or something, then you're just going to mess up. So Brandon Clark, practices tactics every day. And he said it's just part of the job. Like, if you want to be a serious professional player, you can't not practice your tactics every day because it's an integral part of the game. It's like a professional football player, like, not practicing is passing, dribbling, shooting. Like, you have to do it if you want to be good. So I mean, that's why I'm here, like, slaving away at these tactics, which I absolutely despise. But yeah, if I want to show up at this club tomorrow and, like, actually beat some, like, players a few hundred points higher than me, then this is what I got to do, because it's so important. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no. Okay. I don't mean to attack your 100% positional. It's just something that crossed my mind, and yeah, I could definitely rate the transition as well. I think it's a really, unless tactics is your absolute gift, I think positional chess is more rewarding. But okay, maybe that's just my bias because I feel like it's the area of chess where I can kind of improve and excel in more. So it might be just a bias as well. But I really find a lot of fulfillment from like strong positional play. But yeah, let's do one more. Back to the tactics, eh? Okay. Okay, so equal pawns, equal material. White's got a queen down by our king, but it's only a queen. They don't have the rest of their pieces yet. There's some tension in the center with the d-pawns. We've also got some pressure on f2, although it is protected by the rook on f2. Maybe ideas like rook takes c3, knight takes e4, like this jumps out at you, and you kind of want to play it if it's like a blitz game or you've got like 5 seconds against funny guy. But yeah, no. Okay, anything else to note before we consider our candidate moves? So the goal in the position I feel like would be to take over. That feels like the right kind of transition. There's no way to trap the queen, just checking. Okay, so candidate moves. Rook takes c3, definitely a candidate. Queen takes f2, it's a check, it must be considered. Any other captures? There's pawn e4, knight e4, queen b2. I don't know, we'll see. Any threats in this position? d4 is a threat on the knight, probably nothing. Although d4, rook takes d4, e5. Maybe there's something here, right? So it needs to be considered. I'm trying to see like if there's some like lateral kind of discovery on this queen, but definitely I can't see how it would ever work. Yeah, maybe knight g4 is a threat, but definitely doesn't look legit. No, is there anything else? Okay, let's look at our candidates. So rook takes c3. Let's check this first. This was our intuition. So if rook takes c3, what if they ignore the rook? Can they ignore the rook? The answer is no. I don't see any in-between move that they can throw in that causes us any problems. Like rook takes c3, if they push, at the very least we can move the knight. Otherwise, what can we play here? Nah, we can move the knight, hitting the rook, it's over, right? So rook takes c3, they have to take. So after rook takes c3, pawn c3, knight e4. I mean, this looks great. But let's be careful. Rook takes c3, pawn c3, knight e4. We've got a piece and a pawn for rook, but what if they can play rook d5? No, that just sucks. Like we can just take on f2 and we have to be winning. Let's try and calculate it. Queen f2. The point being is we can't take back because the queen is hanging, right? So we got rook c3, pawn c3 forced, knight e4. In this position, we are attacking the rook. If we win, the rook will be a pawn up, and I think we're fairly happy. So if they try and be cheeky with rook takes d5, do we actually have a win here? Queen takes check, king h2. Oh, at the very least we can take the rook now that the queen has moved, right? So basically, rook c3, pawn c3, knight e4. I think the rook has to stay on the second file. So if they play a move like rook c2. Oh, yeah. The pawn is now here as well, so there's no like rook c8 counterplay. And I would guess rook takes f2 is just really strong. So we get 2 pawns and a piece for the rook. Looks really good to me. Looks really good. We got this discovery. We're also hitting the rook. Even if the rook went to e2, it's the same deal, right? We got this discovery and the rook is like en prise. Is there anything here at all? What about like a move like queen e8? Do they have any like perpetually ideas? No, we just go back king h7 and then there's no more checks, right? This is another thing as well. If you want to be a strong blitz player, you can probably get away on intuition alone and you don't have to check all these things. But if you want to be a strong classical player, you have to be looking at all of the counter checks, all of the candidate moves. You can't cut corners. if you just play rook c3 because you're training your pattern recognition, then fine. Like you can become a very strong tactician and blitz player this way, but you can't become a strong classical player on kind of pattern recognition alone. But yeah, I think this looks winning. I mean both of these moves don't look like they work after rook f2. Looks really strong to me. I guess I go for it. Okay, there we go. So rook d4. I missed this candidate. I mean, I only saw I saw that b2 was hanging. I saw that these two moves didn't work. Okay, let's actually try and calculate rook d4 here. So rook d4. But okay, we can still take on f2 in some way, right? We can take the pawn, take with the knight, take with the rook. Both cases looks decent. Maybe rook takes. Activate the rook. Looks good, to be honest, and bring the other queen to b2. I feel like it looks very strong. Yeah. Okay, rook takes f2 is indeed the way. Oh, Spielman. Oh, this is Spielman. Spielman played knight takes c3, which wins back the exchange. Or the pawn f2. Surprisingly, he agreed to a draw a few moves later. Then why does it say 0-1? So I guess this is just a typo, and this was indeed a draw. Interesting. Okay, let's do one more. Also, a quick question from OSB, and then I gotta go. I've got a chess lesson to teach. Why do shogi players say chess is much harder for them? I mean, I understand shogi principles and all, but not being able to tell pieces' shape is killing me. That's so funny. Do people really say that? Like, I mean, I guess if you speak, like, Japanese and you can read kanji, then probably each character looks completely different. Like, if you had, like, the letters rook and then the letters, like, queen, like, the word rook and queen looks so different and you just see them apart, right? And maybe that looks less confusing than a bishop and pawn. That might look more similar, right? Like, on a real chessboard. So maybe I can understand that. But in terms of actually why shogi players find chess much harder in general, is because, like, in shogi, they don't have endgames. So, their endgame equivalent is basically a more complicated middle game. So it basically goes opening, middle game, middle game, middle game, middle game. And then the game ends in, like, dramatic fashion because there are no draws either in shogi. Like, there are some technical draws, but there aren't really, like, draws like there are in chess. So basically, it always ends in someone dying. And I think, yeah, that difference, like that concept of simplification in chess that isn't there in shogi, I think that's like the biggest like factor that affects shogi players. But I think if there was a really good chess teacher who was also very strong at chess and coached the top shogi players, I reckon they could give the top chess players a run for their money, given that they were able to play like super sharp positions like Najdorf's, maybe even like throw in some like Dutch defense from d4. I mean, it's a bit dodgy, but I don't think the shogi players will ever care about something that's engine objectively dodgy. I mean, they'd find resources left, right, center. So I think like, yeah, that's probably the biggest difference. But okay, let me try and speedrun this one. I've got like 2 minutes to think before my lesson, so let me really try this. Okay, let's go. Also, welcome Josh to the stream. And welcome Hakeem. I hope to see you tomorrow. Glad you could tune in. Yeah, awesome that, you're in Malaysia and everything, and yeah, we're going to be able to hang out. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about you at all. Gave you a shout out at the start of this stream as well. But yeah, I have a lesson starting in 3 minutes, so we're going to have to work hard to get this tactic in. So let's go. Okay, 3, 5, 4, 6. Okay, pawn down, bishop, knight, rook. Okay, equal, pawn up for black. King's looking a bit dodgy, strong rooks on the d file. Maybe knight and queen are somehow able to jump in. Have they got big counterplay? I don't really see it. Okay, candidate moves extremely quickly. So what checks do we have? We got rook d8. I guess we got knight takes f6, knight takes e5. Any threats? Maybe that queen is looking a bit uncomfortable, like bishop d7 kind of move. Or bishop d3. I mean, a rook is hanging as well, so we need to deal with that. Yeah, looks tough. Also, a move like rook d7, in the sense that maybe rook takes, bishop takes, hits the queen in an awkward way, but no. Maybe queen a3 is like an interesting way to come in on the attack. But yeah, not seeing it at all, and I've got 2 minutes. Okay, let's start with our basics. So let's calculate our check first. So rook d8 check. Is rook takes forced? No, they can play king e7. But then maybe we go rook d7 check. If king e6, bishop c4, bishop takes mate. So rook d8, king e7, rook d7, knight takes, rook takes, king moves. Oh, I see an interesting line. Oh my god, I got 1 minute. This is not going to end well. I mean, I have the feeling it's rook d8. So rook d8, rook takes, king e7, rook e8. Oh man, this is so horrific to do under time trouble. I don't see it, but we're gonna have to go for it. So he takes and he goes king e7. This was the only line I looked at. Check king d6. What's the move? It's so annoying. Unless it's this, but then knight takes, and then what? Don't think we've got anything here. My time is up as well. My time is up. What are we going to play, guys? We're going to give a check. We're going to check like an absolute patzer. And of course, it's a move like knight h6. That's pretty sick. Let me see if I can at least understand the point of knight h6. What the hell is the point? If pawn takes... First, yeah, rook is hanging, pawn's hanging. Yo, everything is hanging. I've got a chess lesson to teach, guys, so I'm going to have to call it a day. But I will keep this tab open and check it out, I promise, after my lesson. So, oh yeah, Jenny, you find knight h6. What an absolute legend. Okay, guys, I've got a chess lesson to teach. See you guys round. And thank you guys for watching. And Yo Li Tian is playing. By the way, I played him once in a university match and we drew. And he actually mugged me off after the game. He was like, "Oh, that's not how you can play chess," or something like this. But I mean, okay, I understand the salt, and I am losing to like drawing to a 1900 back then. Not that I hold anything against him. I mean, it was a pretty ridiculous, stupid game. But yeah, on that note, guys, I'm gonna see you, Hakeem, and see you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Adios.